What's going on YouTube? My name's Alex, this is Ask the Cheese Gaming, and welcome to a special presentation. And this week, I'm going to play some StarFox 64 and offer you 5 tips and or tricks to help you get more points in this awesome Nintendo 64 game. Whether you're a person like me who's played this game a whole bunch, or you're brand new to the game, I hope that some of the tips here that I mention here can help you score more points. So first one that I have isn't really a tip or a trick, but it's something that I think you should definitely be cognizant of, which is the total amount on any specific level to medal. So for example, Corneria, this first world here, is 150. Meanwhile, Medio, for example, is 200, and over here, Fortuna, is 50. So by having an idea of how many points you need to medal on any specific level, give you an idea of how many units there might be. It's like, you know, Corneria is pretty basic, but then you come to an area much later on in the game. Let's circle around. And we look right there at area 6. You need 300 to medal that level. So there's tons of enemies. So that's tip and trick number 1. Now let's fire up Corneria, and I will offer some more as we play this wonderful game. Been playing this game since 1997. Still enjoy playing it. Can't count the number of times that I've beat through this game. I actually have both the American and Japanese version. Alright, so tip and trick number 2. Whenever possible, to defeat a group of enemies, more than one, always take it with a charge shot. So like you saw there, I got hit plus 3, which means I killed 3 enemies, and then because I shot them all in one group, I was able to get an extra kill for it. Now, you can't always do that, and like these enemies, you can't charge shot, and sometimes it won't always work, like right there. And then, so that was number 2. Tip and trick number 3. Try to be cognizant on every single map of where the bombs are. The bombs are your best friend. You always want to go for the bombs. And then so you can see me charge shot, but notice there, I got hit plus 2. Oh, it's a little too quick on that. There we go. And then right there, as I was just mentioning, there's a bomb right there. And I'm going to charge shot here to take out this little guy right there. And fly over here, take him out. And that nets me an extra bomb. And I'm not interested in that right now. And then charge shot. Take out all these enemies. As I've also been collecting the bombs.
Something's wrong with the G diffuser.
Now obviously sometimes it's a little easier not to really charge shot. But in this instance, let's make sure there we go. We save Falco, which was very important. That actually takes me to tip and trick number 4, which we're going to be coming up to in here, which is whenever possible while playing a level, try to follow the path that Falco goes on, because whichever path he goes on is usually harder. So for example, in this, in order to take the path that Falco wants me to take, I need to fly through these little rings. I'll get this bomb real quick. It's right there. And I'm going to fly through all the hoops. Take out these guys as we go. So whichever way Falco goes, always nets you more enemies than the way that Peppy goes. Peppy's the easy path, so if you just want to play the game and be on easy, then whichever way Peppy's going, follow him. But if you're trying to get more points and everything else, ooh, hey, look at that, I got 9 bombs. Wow, that's pretty nice. And when you see a big cluster that maybe a charge shot won't quite cover, don't be afraid to use your bombs. It's tip and trick number 5. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to come here up to a bonus. As we just got 158. So speaking of, bonus tip and trick for you. learn the best way to take out the bosses, and if you can, take them out as quick as possible. Because usually whenever you face a boss, you have a possibility of 3 different point scores that you can get on any specific boss. If you take out a boss quickly enough, you can get what's called a hit plus 10. If you take too long, then it'll get knocked down to a hit plus 2. As we take out this boss real quick, I'll take out his little sides first. And if you take way too long, then it can sometimes even get knocked down to a hit plus 2. So let's take him out real quick, and if done properly, as my allies are on my way.
Who are you guys?
And we should see it here in just a second. It should pop up hit plus 10. There it is, hit plus 10. Now what does that mean? It means that hit counts for 1 point, and then plus 10 obviously is 10, so that gave us, for defeating the boss quickly enough, 11 points. And as we charge-shotted some enemies, and also followed Falco, that gave us more enemies for a total of, it'll pop up here in a minute.
I was worried for a moment.
So we hear this little outro.
You're becoming more like your father. I'm fine. You okay over there, Fox?
Yeah, sure, you were just fine. 169, like that. Almost got 170, but that's okay. Not too bad for just casually playing and trying to show you guys. And you know what, we'll go through another level real quick while I'm offering some of these tips and tricks. We'll go and play Medio, a personal favorite of mine. Now if you just want to go through the hardest path in the game, which has a possibility of netting the highest score, is obviously to stay along this entire left path. But like I said, personally Medio is my favorite. Love to play it. So we're going to go through here. So which ones have I said so far? I mentioned that be cognizant of which one, how many points any specific level has. You always want to try to be aware of where bombs are. You always want to try to follow Falco. Use your charge shots whenever possible. If you get a big cluster of enemies.
Don't mess up that our way.
Blast through some and bumping in everything. And speaking of using bombs wisely, we're going to come up to a big group of enemies here in a second. So it can be kind of tedious to... There we go, got a bunch of them right there. And then the charge shot. Yep, there was a hit plus 1. There we go, got him. And like I said, sometimes it's good to charge shot just to hit a specific enemy. Usually whenever you're using your charge shot, you're always kind of hoping to hit a cluster of enemies. Again, be cognizant of where the bombs are. So in this case, I always want to try to go for bombs because you're trying to get points. Bombs are your best friend. I already have hyper lasers. Which, bonus, you definitely want to always go for that as quick as possible when you're first starting out the game. I try to get the hyper lasers halfway before I've cleared Corneria. But if you're ever playing Medio and you screw up, you can get 2 hyper lasers in this level too. Oops, I boosted way too early. Ooh, I almost got squished. I got 9 bombs, so I can use another one here. Boom. Got 9 bombs again, look at that. I've been collecting bombs, trying to focus on them. So I'll fire one off. And then cluster of enemies, hit plus 2, there we go. Which means that I got 3 points for it. Now here in a moment, Falco is going to need help. Now last level, when we were playing Corneria, you obviously saw that I went mission accomplished. Usually under most circumstances, it's beneficial in your points to try to get the mission accomplished, just because usually that path that you take in the level can net you more points. Not always, but usually. I think there are a couple instances where it's not, such as Sector X. I think is the one level where if you just play the level normal instead of going through the warp gate, which would be the mission accomplished part of it. Oh my god, I missed this dude. There we go, got him. And you know what, we got enough bombs, we're gonna blow one up right there.
Do a barrel roll.
Didn't even need it. And then see,
I
here's
guess it's your turn.
Falco coming to help me out again. Which I'm gonna offer as another tip and trick. Another bonus for you, which I personally do. I strive never to really need or depend on my teammates. Because, I mean, oh my god, especially Slippy in this game, he constantly needs help all the time. So, like I said, obviously you want to follow Falco, but when it comes to just expecting your teammates behind you or to, you know, help you out or something like that, I don't even depend on them at all. They're just kind of there, just kind of talking to me in the background, not really even paying much attention. And then there's a random ring right here, so that'll give us an extra health bar. Not that we need it. And now let's see if we can take the mission accomplished for Medio. There we go. Ooh, we almost missed it. And through the warp we go. Let's see how we do. Now it's time to use bombs wisely, as Falco always loves to say. So now to just be the normal way would be kind of to follow Peppy's path, but we decided to take the mission accomplished, or the warp, which obviously is really the way to get the necessary points you need in order to medal this level. There we go, got a couple extra bombs there. And then here I'm going to charge shot, I'm going to launch a bomb right there, and we're going to lock on and launch a bomb right there. And that should give us enough time to start taking out some of these guys. Hey, look at that, we've already medaled the level. Already at 200. I'm missing so many of them. That's okay. And we're just going to try to shoot everything. I don't think that bomb helped me much, but that's okay. Ah, dang it, just missed one. And let's get focused here and see how many points we can get. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, mission accomplished. We just got 322 on Medio, which actually, coincidentally, you guys just saw a new personal best for me. My previous best on Medio was 317, and I just cleared that by 5 points. So, yeah, that feels pretty good. So that's all for this video. Tips and tricks on how to score more points in Star Fox 64 on the Nintendo 64. If you guys enjoyed this video, made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. Please like, comment, and share. If you're brand new, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Till next time.